Well, hello and welcome to this midday market mood check with me, Nandita, Khemka, and my colleague Yatin, Mota. Well, Yatin, no Monday blues on the street because the Nifty and Sensex were off to a flyer. The Nifty actually surging past that 17,750 mark as well, right? Metals as a pack are doing extremely well. IT also doing well. In fact, all the other indices were also in the green. Adani group of shares were gaining too much till now. In fact, Adani Enterprises was up somewhere around 10%. But as we speak, it has completely given up most of its gain and is barely managing to hold on to the green. Any thoughts on that?
So, Nandita, the metal index was primarily up because Adani Enterprises is the constituent there, and Adani Enterprises shares are almost 10% off day's high. So, the metal index now, which was the top gainer, is no more the top gainer because of the Adani effect. However, IT and auto stocks continue to rally. But yes, the Adani group stocks have seen a sudden decline in trade. In fact, Ambuja Cement, which was up 2% last time I checked, is now down 2%. We have Adani Ports, the stock is in the red. So across the board, we are looking at some profit taking which is happening in the Adani group stocks. So let's see whether or not the momentum really continues in the Adani group stocks, because after the GQG block deal, the stocks had really caught some momentum, but now I think most of the stocks are off high.
Today was the fifth straight day of gains for these Adani group of shares. In fact, Adani Enterprises had recouped losses to the tune of 43% from the kind of lows that it had seen after the Hindenburg report was made public, right? Aside of all the other index movers, we have Britannia. CLSA has downgraded the counter to sell from underperform, and that is why that stock is under pressure. In fact, it was the top Nifty loser when I last checked. Nykaa was another one that was down in trade because Macquarie sees somewhere around 23% downside to the current price. And mind you, that is the lowest target that some of the other brokerages have, among some of the other brokerages that have come out with views on Nykaa. Aside of that, Electra Green Tech, that stock was also up somewhere around 5%, given the fact that it has bagged another order of electric buses, of 550 electric buses something, from Tamil Nadu State Electricity Board. And aside of that, we have among the other Nifty 500 gainers, we have JSW Energy, BSC. MGL is another counter that is buzzing in trade. It has acquired Ashoka Buildcon's City Gas arm, and that is something that is keeping the counter active in trade today. Any other 52-week highs or lows that you are spotting in today's session?
So before we mention that, Nandita, today the power sector is in focus. We have JSW Energy, that stock is up 8%. We also have NTPC 3% up. Remember, on 17th March, we'll have a Bharat 22 ETF rebalancing in which NTPC's weight goes up, so that stock is in focus. Adani Green, Adani Power are the other private sector stocks which are doing well. Suzlon Energy as a stock is up 3.5%. So the energy stocks are doing well. Coming to the general 52-week highs today, the momentum boys, obviously MGL post the announcement, acquisition announcement, that stock is up 6%. Finolex Cable, GSL, KEI, Sonata Software, Carborundum Universal, Equitas Bank are the other stocks which have been hitting fresh 52-week highs in trade. The momentum really is continuing in these specific stocks, and obviously we have the power pack, as I was mentioning earlier, which is quite active in trade today.
I think the good part is that even though Adani stocks are off their highs today, the Nifty is managing to stay above that 17,750 mark. And if you talk about Qs this week, the most important thing to watch out for would be Jerome Powell's testimony to the Congress. That will happen later this week, and it will provide clues as to whether the Fed will go for a 25 basis point hike or a 50 basis point hike in its March meeting, which happens on 22nd and 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. So that is something that will be watched out for. China inflation data is also going to come out later this week, and the most important thing is the US monthly jobs report will be out on Friday. Remember, in January we saw jobs addition to the tune of 5,17,000 jobs were added, and that was way above the under 2 lakh jobs addition that was being expected by economists. So that may have slowed down a bit. So markets will be watching out for that, because that will set the tone for whether the Fed will actually go in for a 50 basis point hike or a 25 basis point hike. So these are some of the cues to watch out for. But aside of that, nothing to complain. Markets are in fine fettle. even though Adani stocks have come off, the Nifty is managing to cruise above that 17,750 mark. So looks like we are in for a good close today.
Yeah,
and
I
looks
think
like you are also in a very good and colorful mood because of your attire.
So Holi will be green this time, and the color of the market is green.
Yeah.
And we hope that for the week, at least the Holi
managed to end in the green as well.
well.
Like last week, we managed to end in the green.
Yeah.
So well, with that, it's a wrap on this midday market mood check. But of course, Yatin will be back with Bazaar Gupshup and the closing bell with Santo. So tune in for that, and for all your other financial updates, stay tuned to Money Control.